Welcome to the Temple of Flame. On today, Faith Black Lights, we take a look at this. And what this is from Brushfire Farms, it is the Peach Pepper Jam from Hill Country. Where's Hill? Hill Country, is that Texas? Yeah. Shanny Turnier. Okay, so we've got, what do we got here? We've got Chile Piquin, Ají Lemon, Chile de Arbol, and is that it? I guess that's it, just those three. So this probably is not going to be very hot. Despite the pretty Brushfire graphic there. So we definitely have it. Oh boy. Wow. You can definitely smell the apple cider vinegar. Ooh, lordy. That's unfortunate. Well, there we can have a look at it. Oh my gosh. Just all I can smell is that vinegar. I can't say I am enthused about that. Man. Well, sometimes it stinks worse than it shows up in the flavor. So let us hope together, you and I, that this is one of those times. And I guess we might as well just get on into it. Dude, this is weird. It's sort of I don't even know what to... There's a bit of astringency, a bit of sourness to it. The pepper flavor does read through fairly strongly in this one. The peach is there, just it's very subtle. The first ingredient in this is sugar, followed by that vinegar. Peaches are third. Well, it's not a bad flavor. It's honestly a little bit odd. I don't quite know what to make of this. The peppers, there's more heat than I thought there would be for this. I'm not going to give it a default one yet. I'll give it, a legit one yet. I'm going to give it probably a default one for right now. Again, it goes back to what I've said. I said this about hot sauces. I've said it, I think, about some of the other jams that I've done in the series. And that is, if you are going to put a fruit in the name of the actual product, I feel pretty strongly that that flavor needs to be super forward in the profile, and it really isn't here. And it's just a tad off-putting. So we got some stuff. We got the Wasa multi-grain crackers. We got cheeses. We've got Milton's original green crackers here. Got the knife. So we'll do what we've done with some of the other jams and jellies. I am not going to use peanut butter on this one this time. I think it probably will be fine with peanut butter. I'm not actually too concerned about that. I hate this. This packaging of Milton's is really, really annoying. It's super obnoxious. Yes, I want to open the sleeve and then have to eat the entire thing because I can't close it again. I really should have gone to a different store and got the Bretons, but didn't feel like driving around when I was doing my weekly grocery shopping trip. I don't know, maybe some of you out there like that where you just want to get it done to be done. You have it over with. Well, I don't love these crackers, actually. I should have just not been lazy. I should have got the other ones. Anyway, the point on a cracker. So we got a couple different cheeses. We've got Monterey Jack. We've got smoked Gouda. And I try to change around the jams with sometimes different cheeses, sometimes different foods in the video. But like jams, I don't think are overall a super flexible food by any means. You can kind of just do one thing with them for the most part. I did, I don't know if that video's up. There's another peach jam I did. I think it was in that one. It might have been in one of the berry jelly videos. But anyway, in that video, I had goat cheese. And somewhere along the lines, I forgot how soft that is. And so I got it all over my knife, kind of in the midst of cutting other cheeses. This time I didn't get any goat cheese. I thought I'd go with, I mean, the peach isn't that strong in this jelly, so I thought maybe I'd go with a mild cheese just to see what that would be. Something like a Monterey Jack where it's more smooth and creamy. I did Moonster in one of them. I don't know. I like Monterey. I did not enjoy that particularly. All right, well, we do have the Gouda. Let's see how that goes. This is a smoked Gouda as well. So let's just get rid of this. All right, let's take the rind off this and off this. Okay. All right, and then we will work this jelly out. This is the first year I've done really jellies, and there's more of these than I thought there was. Actually, I'm not sure when this is going to be posted. If it's posted in 2025, that's the first year I've done jellies. If it's after 2025, then I started doing jams and jellies in 2025. Man. I do enjoy a nice Macuda. All right. I think it definitely works better with the smoked cheese. But enough of these. We've got a couple of the washers left. So we'll just do these just to see if they shake out any different. And then we got another thing to try that I was going to try in the last peach jam video. And that should be in the, if it's posted by now, it will be in the sweets playlist, where this one will also live once it goes live. So this one I'm going to give a default 1. It is not particularly spicy. It's such an interesting combination of peppers to use too. I find it almost a touch puzzling. All right, so let's go. Let's cut the old Gouda down. Oh, I guess that'll work. Okay. That over there. That there. That there. Okay. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like this one better again. So let's knock out a couple pieces here of the old Monterey. And okay, get plastic on that. That's good. Oh boy. Okay. There's the plastic. Good times. All right. Okay. Set this here for now. Over there. Okay, we'll start with the Monterey Jack again on the Wasas. It's not bad, it just doesn't gel very well with the Monterey. At least on this cracker. These Wasas have enough heft to kind of stand up to both of them, where the Miltons really don't. It's a tad bland, touch boring. I do like Monterey Jack, but it is probably not one of my favorites. I prefer sharper, more robust cheeses, like a medium cheddar, something like that. or a smoked Gouda. So this one, the robustness of the Wassa is working against it. This was actually better on the Miltons. It's just kind of interesting how you start changing variables and you get these different results. I'm not a fan of these stupid crackers though. Either the Wassas or the other ones where this one's slightly stale, so you gotta open it and then eat it right away. All of it. Or put it, in a different bag and more plastic. And it's like, here we are just generating more waste. The Trader Joe's version of these Norwegian crackers actually I like quite a bit better. Yeah. It's still nice. Like the Gouda and peach pepper jelly together is just a great combination. And that's been across both of the peach jam jellies I've had. All right. So I got here a piece of peach pie. Now, this is one from the grocery store. And those are really hit and miss. Like sometimes the peaches will be very tart, almost like they're not ripe, which is kind of the case here. But I was curious to see what would happen if we threw this. And I put hot sauces and stuff on peach hot sauces and stuff on peach pies before as well. And this one we're just gonna layer it right on the crust, just like so. Chuck through a bit of this. We're just gonna do it like this. See? Just dolled up the crust. Yep. All right. That's not bad, actually. It is, interestingly enough, it is sort of tamping on the tartness of this pie. I imagine they did that. I'm giving you too much credit here, but I imagine they did this because they wanted the pieces to stay intact and not bake into mush when they did the, so the pieces didn't dissolve. I'm really, really extending charity to them on that. Because I assume these are going to the stores frozen. And then thawed there, and then somebody else takes it home and maybe throws it in the microwave. It's kind of it's a bit bland, actually. Their crust needs work. But I mentioned this before in other videos. Kroger seems like they've retooled some of their in-store offerings. And I assume it's because they want to mass produce it and just send it to the stores rather than having the stores actually make it themselves. Meanwhile, the price has also gone up. Ain't that just a treat? I'm actually kind of surprised this works as well on this pie. I just was doing this just to do it. I didn't expect the results to be good. All right. Okay, so this is an interesting approach. I feel that I would have liked this a lot better had it been more peach forward. Peach is really low. It is there, but it's very minimal, I think. This is more of a, I wouldn't say it's quite a sweet pepper jam, you know, with the cider vinegar undercurrent running throughout it. I wouldn't say that exclusively, but for peach being in the name of the product, I feel the flavor is kind of set a bit far back in this, and I wish it was more peach. That's that I think is my biggest takeaway from this. I think the combination of peppers is fine. It's obviously not a very particularly hot jam, but yeah, to me, I think they just needed to have peach is probably ahead of the vinegar and maybe the sugar as well, because there's the one thing that this doesn't seem to have that I feel like I would really want more of is the peach flavor. But I mean, these are all kind of interesting approaches. Like I said, I don't know a lot about, I said this in every single video I've done on this, but it's true. I don't really know a lot about jams and jellies and stuff like that. I'm not knowledgeable on what the difference between a preserve or reserve and, you know, all that other stuff is. Like, that's not my world at all. So my approach to this is much more just from a foodie type perspective of just what is the flavor profile and what's the heat. Basically like everything else in the FOH series. So I do think this is kind of a fun thing to play around with, but I can't say this is among the favorite jellies or jams I've had since I started doing these, like I said, in 2025. I think it's an interesting approach. It is not one that I think is very resonant with me, if that makes sense. But I got no problem finishing this out for sure. Like it is, I guess flavor wise, I would call it more okay-ish, I guess. I do like that peppers are fairly forward in this, and you know, as long as I've got the Gouda, I probably will make some nice cheese and jelly sandwiches out of it. And I am going to try it with peanut butter at some point as well, just to see what it does. But I guess more than anything, I really wish peaches would have been up a little bit in the flavor. Heat-wise, I don't think this is meant to be very hot, and it's not. I'll give it a default 1, and we'll just leave it right there. So that was the Brushfire Farms Peach Pepper Jam. Number 4.